everybody, my name's Beck and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to make purees at home. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and tune in every Friday night for parent tips, tricks and hacks. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make Zoe's purees. So we started off first with rice cereal, and then once she kind of moved more into the puree consistency and it wasn't as runny, we started to introduce these 4 purees. So the things that I do is I do a chicken, a fish, a beef and a veg. And we kind of stick to the veggie one for lunch, and then we rotate through the other proteins for dinner time. So let's do this. So the first thing I do when I'm doing this is I always do it in a large batch, and it generally lasts about 3 weeks to a month. And we put the purees in ice cube trays and freeze it. The first step I do is get out all my veggies and proteins. I cut them up and put them in the bowls for each dish. Okay, now that I have cut all my vegetables and proteins up into cubes, I'm going to put them in the Thermomix and I'm going to cook it. But the Thermomix is definitely a time saver when you are poor with time, and this is my way of finding work-life balance because I want to make my child homemade foods. I don't really want to buy packet mix. They're definitely there for us as a backup plan, and we try to get ones that do have less sugar and preservatives and salts and those sorts of things. But while I can have this downtime when the kids are both sleeping, I'm going to make Zoe's purees. So the best thing about a Thermomix is that it cooks it and purees it all in one, and it's just super duper handy because it's all in the one machine. So I'm going to show you how I cook my 4 purees. Okay, the first puree that I'm going to make is the lentil and veg, and this is going to take a total of 10 minutes for cooking and pureeing. Next up is the fish puree. Okay, 20 minutes down, and that's 2 purees done and dusted. Now on to the chicken. So that's half an hour done, and I'm going to get ready to do the last puree, which is beef. So I'm going to do 4 purees in 40 minutes. In our household, we only have 2 ice cube trays, so this process of freezing and bagging does take a while for us. What I do is Glad wrap the bowls and put them in the fridge. I use a Sharpie to write the date and the protein because chicken and meat do look quite similar when they are in puree form. Once it's set, I'll put the date and name on a Ziploc bag. I'll put the ice cubes in it and store it in the freezer, and then I will transfer these ones from the fridge into ice cube trays and repeat the process. All this process would probably take me about 15 minutes. That includes grabbing all the fruit, veggies and proteins, chopping them all up, peeling them, all that sort of stuff, sorting them. But then for each puree in the Thermomix, it only takes 10 minutes, and it's fantastic because once again, the only thing that I have to wash up is my Thermomix, my knife, a spatula and a cutting board and the peeler. Realistically, that is so good. I remember when we first were doing purees with a mirror, we were having to steam all of her fruit and veggies, and it would take probably like half a Saturday morning, and it was driving us crazy. As you can see, some of my purees were a little bit thicker than others, and so when I am scooping it or popping an ice cube into a bowl for a Zoe, and if I see that the consistency is just a bit too thick for her, I just add some boiled cooled water into the puree, and that will get it to the consistency that you like. So if you'd like a more runny puree, then obviously add some more water. If you like it thick because they're up to that sort of chunky stage, then you don't need to add any water at all. It's great. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell so you get notified when we upload next. And I'll see you in the next video.